What drives me wanting to help people is understanding that SightShift is for a lot of things, but we also stand against something. We stand against the pressure that you face to not find the pathway that you're supposed to walk. You can't have a healthy marriage, healthy relationships, healthy finances, healthy leadership unless you find your own personalized pathway. You need discernment, because sometimes somebody's answers for you may be helpful, but they may be the worst thing you can do. One study came up with this way of phrasing it, that we have a strong voice of tradition in our life, or we have a strong voice of the other, somebody who represents a powerful presence, or we learn to follow what our unique voice is. And SightShift stands against disempowerment. We stand against when tradition and other don't empower you and take you to the voice. Instead, they try to become that voice for you. I think of the story of Samuel and Eli, where Eli represents the strong voice of tradition in the temple work. He represents the strong voice of the other. And Samuel starts to hear the voice within, that voice of God calling him. And he comes to Eli, and Eli the first two times misses it, but thankfully the third time he represents healthy tradition, healthy strong voice of other, as he points Samuel to the voice within, to that personalized pathway. And for me today, I was looking at all these papers I had spread out with this big vision of what we want to get done with SightShift and what we want to try to get done next month, what we want to try to get done next year. And I felt overwhelmed. A ton of decisions. Anytime you're doing a big push, you're going to have a lot of decisions. And out of weakness, I started to want to go to tradition. What have I done in the past in a big push? Or what have the voices of tradition in my life said I should do? Or what's the strong voice of the people that I want to try to live to please, and I want them to approve of me and say that I'm worthy? And me today, just living it out, going, no. I'm going to find that pathway I'm supposed to walk. And only then can you find that customization where you're able to make those choices and decisions that create what God has put in you to see happen. So hopefully for you, you can recognize this in your life, and you can be connected to healthy, strong voices of tradition and other. They're going to help you find your pathway. And if you find yourself swallowed up with a ton of decisions today or pressure, that you would know you don't have to live for another human being. Another human being doesn't define you or your dignity. Another family tradition doesn't define you. You get to live this journey. So happy living that out. Day 3, SightShift 30 days.